Yes. Oh, this is really so interesting. Yes, streaming. This is such a learning curve. I'm learning every day how to use some of those technical things, live streaming on YouTube, using restreams, using LinkedIn. It's all a learning curve, and I love it because it's so tempting to just say, I can't be bothered. This is so difficult. But obstacles are a way for us to train and develop new capabilities. So we want to face the obstacles and just go through it and learn new skills. Hi everyone, my name is Chiara. I'm an executive coach certified with the International Coaching Federation, and I'm here today to share with you some of the things that make me tick and passionate. And it's about decision. Today, we're going to talk about decision and how it's important to train our decision making muscles, and we should take more decision. We want to take more decisions every day because it is like any other muscle we want to train, and the more we are consciously and deliberately taking more decisions, the better we'll get at that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Before we jump in, I am hosting a new in May, 12th of May, and I'm so excited about it. I did already one session in April, and it was really great. It was really a success, and but I know that a lot of people couldn't make it. Maybe I didn't advertise it on time or early enough for people to get the calendar in order. So we're going to do it again in May, and I'm really excited and welcome you to join. There's going to be a link in the description box here, so you can go and register and reserve your seat. And yeah, so we're going to be doing it at 3 p.m. on the 12th of May, Wednesday, Central European Time. I'm really excited to share with you some of the things, some of the thoughts that can help you really stop procrastinating and instead achieve massive results and achieve all your goals. So we're going to talk about decision. And so what I said is make decisions every day. We really want to be practicing that muscle of decision making. And and the thing is that I love what Tony Robbins said, never leave a decision scene without never leave a decision scene without taking one first action, because sometimes we are taking decisions, but then life comes in the way and we forgot that we actually did take that decision. So the first thing is really be very deliberate. Every time we take a decision, which takes actually really short time, you want to immediately take an action that is supporting the decision you just made. So decide to do something and take the first action to start living that decision. And do it because you want it. I always say, like your reason. There is never a right or wrong decision. We're trained to think that there is this dichotomic world of right and wrong. And the reality is that there is goodies along every way, every path we choose. So we want to really be thinking it a little bit through. And then when we take the decision, we just go for it. Yeah, just go all in. And do it because you want to. Do it because you decided you would. Don't complaining about doing it. Don't leave the power and give the responsibility of your decision to somebody else or some external factor or circumstance. Own it. Be fully there and really be the owner of that decision. The point here is that we want to be maximizing our focus and maximize our energies on those things. And every time we are re-evaluating, reassessing, being confused and I don't know, we're splitting our energy. We're in contradictory field. So we are not focusing on what we have decided. We are, shifting and distributing our energy. So we're not going to have the same amount of impact as if we were instead fully committed, fully focused on that decisions that now we made. So choose something that is important to you and focus on that. One thing at a time. It's so important that we don't overwhelm ourselves with a million decisions. So every time you take one decision, think it through, focus on that, decide that you want it, and just go and stick with it. One thing at the time. No multitasking. And and don't try to think too many things at once. So really pay attention on how you're splitting your energy when you're splitting yourself through across too many domains, across too many decisions, across too many things. The most successful people that you will know, you will notice that they really take one thing at the time and have that focused time, focus attention. So you want to be emulating those. So maybe you do it too all the time. So, but do it intentionally. Be aware and celebrate them if you already do that. So think about what you desire, think about what you wanted. Spend no time trying to figure out what others want and what they will want it and that why they want it and what others would do and why they would do it. Focus on you, trust yourself, trust your gut, trust your intuition, and know that you know the answer. Nobody knows you as well as you do. Don't believe those, things that you read here and there. You are the best expert at yourself. You just want to develop that trust and relationship with yourself by being more present with yourself, by listening to your intuition, spending some time to stay still and really understand what is it that I want? What would I want? What do I do? Really tap into your wisdom without being distracted by others. Now, you can gather information. There's nothing wrong about gathering information from others, but ultimately it's up to you. You want to own it 100%, because the other risk is that when you don't take decisions based on your intuition, instead of following some other's advice, in that way, you're actually avoiding taking responsibilities, because then you could also say, oh, but I just followed what they said. Pay attention to that. Right? What do you make it mean if that didn't go the way you wanted? That's really also between assessing and doing something and thinking that that means something about you, about who you are and what you do, right? That your worth is at stake. It isn't. You are complete and 100% valuable and worthy as you are. You're just taking decisions. You're just making a choice. You are making a choice. Own it 100%. Your speculation about others is always going to be incomplete and usually inaccurate, right? You will never be able to excite. My dog is barking if you if you might wonder. You might always want, you might never have the same amount of complete information that, you're not exactly the other person. So when we're trying to copy others and then we're complaining, oh, it doesn't work for me, well, no wonder, because you are missing some elements. Nobody will be able to explain to you exactly their situations. You will never be exactly in those same shoes. So, the advice that you're going to get is always going to be limited. You can get inspired and then take the time to think it through. How does it apply to me, my dog? Every time we are, living in this trusting others and doing what others would do and doing what they want me to do, again, we're splitting energy. We're being in a contradictory field. You're not focusing on you. You're not trusting yourself fully. And I really want you to start thinking, why am I doing that? Really paying attention with yourself. We want to focus on a desire and we don't want to split our energy. Stay focused, stay clear, trust yourself, and take decisions. The more you take decisions deliberately and intentionally, the better you get at that. Start with small decisions. And notice how you are second guessing yourself. Whatever you're going to have for lunch, it's lunchtime here in Sweden, so I'm going to go and decide what I want to eat. And I'm going to decide it and not look back. That's it. I decided. I gather my information and now I decide. And now let's stick with it and see what the world has to offer me based on the decision that I made. And I will gather new information. So I will trust my intuition tomorrow that it's going to suggest me maybe something else. And I'm going to listen to my intuition because it is data. So this was really my piece of lunch and learn, as we used to say that in my days in corporate. And I hope it was helpful and inspiring. If you have not already, go and register for my masterclass that is on the 12th of May. The address is www.se/masterclass, or in one word. You're going to find the link here. Reserve your seat before it's gone, and I wish